Welcome to the AXA Engineers Podcast, episode 38. Today, we're embarking on really a fascinating deep dive. We're looking into a project that I think truly redefines what's possible in civil engineering outsourcing. Specifically, we'll be exploring it through the lens of AXA Engineers' groundbreaking work.
That's right. This isn't just about, one project in isolation. It's more like a blueprint for success, isn't it? It really shows how AXA Engineers tackles these complex, modern engineering challenges.
Yeah, exactly. And before we really get into the weeds, just a quick reminder, if you find this discussion insightful, and we certainly hope you do, be sure to follow us and maybe leave a comment with your thoughts or perhaps any questions that pop into your head. We genuinely love hearing from you.
We do. And what we're exploring today, it's really a testament to the kind of ingenuity and, I'd say, deep environmental commitment that AXA Engineers brings to every partnership. We'll be looking at how they manage to turn these really complex challenges into, well, those aha moments of design and ultimately execution.
Aha moments, I like that.
Yeah. And, for any firm out there that's contemplating civil engineering outsourcing, understanding examples like this one is absolutely crucial. It helps you envision the potential for your own projects, really see what's possible.
Absolutely. So our mission in this deep dive is basically to unpack how AXA Engineers consistently delivers quality, innovation, and that environmental integrity we mentioned. We'll use a specific, really compelling example to illustrate their frankly, unparalleled capabilities.
Yeah.
We really want to inspire strong confidence and trust in AXA Engineer Services by revealing the how. How do they achieve these successes?
Well, the landscape of modern development is just getting more complex, isn't it?
Definitely.
Projects are often larger scale. There's much more regulatory scrutiny than, say, 10 or 20 years ago. And the demands for sustainability, they're just higher, much higher.
From communities, stakeholders, everyone.
Exactly. And this growing complexity, it's precisely why more and more firms are looking towards civil engineering outsourcing. It's not just about cost cutting, though that can be a factor. It's more about accessing specialized expertise, skills they might not have in-house.
Right, or maybe boosting efficiency.
Yeah.
Overcoming capacity limits.
All of the above, efficiency, cost-effectiveness, capacity. But really, that specialized knowledge is key. And that's where a firm like AXA Engineers really steps in. They position themselves as a global solutions provider in civil engineering outsourcing, ready to tackle these very issues.
Okay, so let's ground this. Let's unpack it with that prime example you mentioned, the Tranquil Valley Development.
Perfect example.
This project, located in Enloe County, North Carolina, was a big one. We're talking 299 lots across 142 acres. Pretty substantial scale.
That's significant, yeah.
And the core objective, it wasn't just about putting up houses. It was intended as a statement in engineering innovation and, really importantly, environmental sensitivity.
That dual focus is critical.
It is. And AXA Engineers, right from the outset, they showed this dedication to eco-compatible design that really highlights their unique value proposition when it comes to civil engineering outsourcing, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It's about thinking holistically from day one.
Yeah, the ambition was clear. Balance that need for, a good number of homes, high-density living, with preserving the environment, keeping those natural features intact.
And that's where it gets really interesting, because AXA Engineers, stepping into Tranquil Valley, they were immediately faced with this dual set of challenges. Challenges that truly tested their creative skills, their technical prowess, and it really demonstrates why that deep expertise in civil engineering outsourcing is just so vital.
Okay, so what were these big challenges?
Well, the first one was flat terrain drainage. Sounds simple, maybe, but it's a fundamental headache in civil engineering.
Right, because gravity doesn't help you much on flat ground.
Exactly. The site was predominantly flat.
Yeah.
And your conventional drainage systems, stormwater, sewage, they rely on gravity, on natural slopes to move things along.
Needs that slight downhill path.
Precisely. You typically need, at least maybe 0.5% grade for good flow? Without it, water ponds, sewage doesn't move efficiently. So the big question becomes, how do you manage that across 142 acres?
You can't just tilt the whole site.
No. Well, you could try massive earth moving, create artificial slopes, but that's hugely expensive, disruptive environmentally, just not ideal, especially here.
Okay, so that's drainage. What was the second challenge?
The second was wetland and soil preservation. A significant portion of this land, the Tranquil Valley site, it included sensitive wetlands and areas with weak, sort of poorly draining soils as well.
Wetlands. Always tricky. Protected, usually.
Very much so. These aren't just soggy bits of land. They're ecologically vital. Flood control, water filtering, habitat, the works. So regulations like the Clean Water Act rightly mandate minimal disturbance. Protection was paramount.
So a major constraint on design.
Huge constraint. It influenced everything. Road profiles, where infrastructure could even go. The whole layout, really.
Yeah.
AXA engineers had to find this delicate balance between development needs and, well, ecological responsibility. That's a hallmark of their approach to civil engineering outsourcing.
Okay, so flatland drainage, sensitive wetlands, a proper puzzle.
A complex one, yes?
What's really fascinating here, though, is AXA engineers' philosophy. Their commitment seems to be about crafting solutions that, gracefully integrate with the environment, not just fighting against it, but working with it while still hitting those ambitious project goals.
That's a great way to put it. Integration over imposition.
Yeah. And this isn't just meeting minimum requirements, is it? It feels like AXA Engineers aims to set new standards through their civil engineering outsourcing services.
I think that's fair to say. Their hallmark is custom-engineered solutions, tailored to the site, to the specific challenges.
Not just pulling a standard design off the shelf.
Absolutely not. That rarely works well on complex sites. This proactive, solution-focused approach. That's what sets partners like AXA engineers apart in the civil engineering outsourcing world. They anticipate, they model, they innovate.
It seems like that bespoke approach is almost a necessity on projects like Tranquil Valley.
It really is. And if you connect this to the bigger picture, AXA engineers seems to view these challenges, the flat terrain, the wetlands, not as roadblocks, but as opportunities.
Opportunities? How so?
Opportunities to demonstrate their dedication to environmental integrity and functional excellence. Their whole approach to civil engineering outsourcing is rooted in this belief, I think, that infrastructure and nature can coexist, should coexist.
Harmoniously.
Yes. And this philosophy, it pays off, doesn't it? It leads to better long-term project success, certainly more community acceptance.
Reduces environmental impact.
Exactly, which ultimately delivers superior value for the client engaging them for civil engineering outsourcing. It's about building for the future, responsibly.
Okay, let's get specific then. Let's unpack AXA Engineers' toolkit for Tranquil Valley. What were these custom-engineered solutions? Let's start with that flat terrain drainage.
Right.
AXA engineers developed what's described as an adaptive stormwater drainage design. A really brilliant example, actually, of how their civil engineering outsourcing expertise tackles flat terrain. So instead of relying on gravity, which wasn't available, or massive earthworks, what did they do?
They got creative with the road design itself.
Okay.
Their key innovation was designing a road cross-section, the shape of the road, if you slice through it, that featured ditches on both sides.
Ditches, okay, like traditional roadside ditches.
Sort of, but engineered much more precisely. These weren't just trenches. They were designed specifically to collect the rainwater effectively, right where it landed. Then, through really strategic placement of culverts, those pipes or box structures under roads.
Right, to let water pass through.
Exactly. They channeled the collected water carefully towards natural discharge points, working with the site's existing subtle hydrology.
So using what little natural flow existed, but enhancing it.
Precisely. And the impact. It massively reduced the need for those big, often ugly embankment structures you sometimes see.
Right, the large mounds of earth to create slopes.
Yeah. So AXA Engineer's solution was more efficient, more aesthetically pleasing, and much less environmentally disruptive. A really smart piece of civil engineering outsourcing.
Very clever. Okay, so that handles the rain. But what about the less glamorous side? The sanitary sewage also needs to move, flat terrain or not.
Absolutely critical. And again, gravity wasn't an option for a conventional system. Deep excavation would have been a nightmare, environmentally and financially. So AXA Engineers' answer here is another prime example of their forward thinking in civil engineering outsourcing.
Which was?
They implemented a pressurized pump station system, a sophisticated one designed specifically for this site.
Okay, explain that a bit. How does a pressurized system work on a large scale like this?
Well, essentially, sewage from the homes collects by gravity into a central underground wet well. When it reaches a certain level, powerful pumps kick in. These pumps then push the wastewater through a pressurized pipe system called a force main.
So it forces the sewage along regardless of slope.
Exactly. It transports the sewage efficiently from the entire 299-lot development all the way to the existing municipal system connection point. It ensures reliability.
That sounds complex to design, though. Getting the pressures right, avoiding issues.
Oh, it is. There's a lot of detailed hydraulic analysis involved. You need redundancy, so multiple pumps in case one fails. You need careful coordination with the municipality. AXA engineers' expertise in designing and managing these complex systems, that's a huge benefit they bring through civil engineering outsourcing. It minimizes risk for the developer and ensures public health is protected.
Absolutely essential, but often overlooked behind-the-scenes stuff.
Very much so.
Okay, solution 3. This brings us back to those sensitive wetlands. You mentioned harmonious lot grading. What did AXA engineers do here?
This is where their environmental sensitivity really shines, and it's another reason why they excel in civil engineering outsourcing.
Oh.
Well, the common solution when you have slopes or need to protect areas might be retaining walls, right?
Yeah, concrete walls, block walls. You see them everywhere.
But they can be quite invasive. Big footprint disrupts the natural look and soil. AXA engineers deliberately avoided using them near the wetlands.
A conscious choice to protect the ecosystem.
Absolutely. Instead, they opted for meticulous design of the lot layouts themselves. They carefully planned where each house pad would sit, how driveways would run.
To avoid encroaching on the wetlands entirely.
Precisely. And then each individual lot was graded very carefully, typically with a gentle natural slope running from the front down towards the back.
Okay, and the benefit of that slope.
Dual benefit. First, it provides effective stormwater drainage on the lot itself, moving water away from the house towards those engineered ditches or swales we talked about. Second, and crucially, it achieved this without disturbing the wetlands. The grading kept development impact contained, allowing the wetlands to function naturally.
So smart grading instead of hard structures.
Exactly. It's about working with the land's contours, however subtle. The long-term benefits for the ecosystem, for the community's enjoyment of those natural areas, it's significant.
It really contrasts with just filling in wetlands or building right up to the edge, which unfortunately still happens sometimes.
It does. AXA Engineers' approach here sets a much higher standard for responsible civil engineering outsourcing. They showed you can have density and preservation.
Okay, so pulling it all together,
Right.
What's the big picture impact of AXA engineers' work at Tranquil Valley?
Well, the Tranquil Valley Development, as it stands today, it's really a powerful testament to AXA engineers' commitment. It shows you can meet functional requirements, housing, infrastructure, while genuinely preserving the environment you're working in. They navigated that flat terrain, protected the wetlands. It's a synthesis of function and conservation achieved through smart civil engineering outsourcing.
And that's the kind of outcome clients can expect.
That's the tangible result, yes. High-performing projects that are also environmentally sound. It shows that challenges, with the right expertise like AXA Engineers provides, become opportunities for better, more integrated solutions.
So for infrastructure design firms, maybe particularly in the U.S., who are thinking about the advantages of civil engineering outsourcing, Tranquil Valley sounds like a really strong case study.
Absolutely.
It exemplifies that quality, the innovation, the environmental integrity that AXA Engineers brings to their partnerships.
And it's not a one-off. Our research suggests this reflects their consistent approach, their capability.
Right. So partnering with AXA Engineers isn't just hiring a contractor, it's gaining a strategic partner.
That's the idea. You get reduced risk because they anticipate problems. You get superior design. And you build a reputation for responsible development. It's about confidence and execution.
Confidence and excellence through civil engineering outsourcing.
Precisely. And ultimately, AXA Engineers invites firms to join them in, well, pioneering developments that respect our ecological heritage while still building sustainable communities. With AXA Engineers, your project doesn't just get built. It elevates the standards of environmentally conscious engineering. It's a collaborative journey towards excellence in civil engineering outsourcing.
That's a powerful message. Okay, so to recap, what we've explored today really showcases how AXA Engineers uses their civil engineering outsourcing expertise to turn these, seemingly insurmountable challenges into benchmarks. Benchmarks of both engineering success and environmental success. We saw that innovation in the adaptive drainage, the clever sanitary sewer system, and that really harmonious sensitive lot grading.
Yeah.
All while protecting those vital wetlands.
A fantastic synthesis, as you said.
Yeah.
And maybe considering the future, for anyone listening who's involved in infrastructure projects, just imagine for a moment. What if every challenge truly became an opportunity for innovation? What if every single development contributed not just to growth, but to a real legacy, a legacy of environmental stewardship, of engineering excellence?
That's a compelling vision.
AXA Engineers makes that vision a reality. So if you have questions, if you need more information, or you just want to explore the details of their approach, perhaps on other projects, Don't hesitate. Contact AXA engineers today. Let them help you elevate your next project.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the, I think it's fair to say, exceptional work demonstrated through the Tranquil Valley Project and AXA Engineers' approach. We really hope this discussion has illuminated the true potential of expert civil engineering outsourcing. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts, so please do leave a comment. And make sure to follow the AXA Engineers podcast for more insights that elevate your understanding of the built world. Until next time.